So right now this is free. What's happening is free. Life is free. So there's the idea that somebody is experiencing this life, but it's simply an idea. The idea that you're a soul inside the body is not a reality right here. And all answers that you're looking for are right here in this. They're not separate. They're not, the answers that you seek aren't found in a divided mind. So you're never going to find what you're looking for in thinking. So the answers to all your questions, there is never an answer in time. The true answer, what you're looking for, is right here. And right here, there is nobody experiencing life. There is nothing experiencing this. And because there is nothing that's experiencing this, there's no location that's experiencing it, by default it means that everything is experiencing itself, which is so beautiful. So you aren't limited inside the body. You don't exist inside the body. It's an idea that makes it feel like you exist inside the body. Right here, who am I speaking to? Who is looking at me? Who? So what's actually happening right now? Because what happens is the mind is thinking, becomes reality, becomes true for people, becomes what people believe is real, and they have no separation from that. They have no distance. It's just fact that the grass is green, there's a tree over there, I'm looking at the tree, I'm sitting, watching the computer, listening to Lisa, and that becomes your reality. But what's actually happening now? Who's actually listening to Lisa? Who's actually sitting on the chair? Who's looking at the wall or the tree? In this moment, there's nobody. Where is the location of this person? The person reports back in thought, I'm inside the head, I'm inside the body. But that's not the experience. The experience is nothing is experiencing itself as everything. If you want to put it in easier language, you could say the consciousness is experiencing itself. But that consciousness is mystery. The consciousness is not a thing. Doesn't actually exist, consciousness, but it's easier to say that because we have more relatable language, especially if you're not first language English. And the consciousness has a best friend, and the best friend is the I am. And some teachers teach the consciousness is aware of the I am or presence. But as you get more and more into this subject, you see that presence and consciousness are the same thing. That beingness and the consciousness are everywhere and nowhere. They're not actually presence and they're not actually consciousness. They don't exist as a thing, but yeah, they are all things. And the I am side is love, and the consciousness is emptiness. And they're the bridge between nothing and everything. You could say it like that. But please take everything I say as a way to unpick your concepts, because you know the truth, because the truth is you. It's just you're lost in concepts. You believe yourself to be real. You believe yourself to be someone. And as soon as that separation happens, there's always a sense that you've lost love, because your essence is love. So you always have this sense of looking for love everywhere. And even though you can't perceive it because it's an unconscious act, in everything you do, everywhere you go, you're always looking for love. In your lover, in your work, you're looking for home. And love is the end of seeking. It's rest. It's who you are. You look for it in people, in actions, in being validated, in good emotions, in positive emotions. And as soon as you have a negative emotion, you think that that is moving away from love, and the positive emotions are moving towards love. And that's not true, and that creates this seeking dynamic. It's seeking to always hold on to positive emotions, just like you're trying to hold on to positive experiences which create positive emotions. So buying a house, keeping a house, having children, going on holidays, traveling the world, having dogs, cats, hamsters, snakes. All these things are an attempt to hold on to a positive emotion. So when you buy the house, it gives you a positive emotion. And you want to, the positive emotion that you want to get to is this feeling like you've arrived, feeling like you're home. And when you have a positive emotion, you do feel more home because your seeking energy dissipates. So when you get the house or the lover or the cat or the dog, you know, you've been wanting it, you get it, and there's a relaxation that happens of wanting something in the future, of wanting something else but presence. So this relaxation happens, and there is a sense of love, a sense of being complete. But then the mind comes up with a new thing it wants, the next thing, the next thing. It never ends when you believe that freedom is in the object of the mind. So it's in a thing. So it was in getting the house, in getting the lover, in getting the dog. And then the mind looks for the next thing, and you think that it's in the activity of getting and having a positive feeling. And you think when you have a negative feeling like fear, anger, jealousy, greed, selfishness, that you've lost home, because when you have these negative emotions, you then begin to feel guilty or bad about having them, and you want to run away from it. So you feel really uncomfortable about their appearance, and you try desperately to run away from it. And and you feel really uncomfortable that you did that. Say if you were really greedy and wanted to eat all the potato chips and didn't want your guests to have any of the potato chips, then you'd feel really bad, like you've done something really wrong. And then you begin to imagine what they think of you and why you always like this. Or say with money, you screw up with money. And then you get into this cycle of trying to avoid that negative experience because you want to avoid the negative feeling, which is, say, guilt around money or anxiety or fear around money.